is Walter. I love literacy and learning about HBCUs. Literacy is the ability to read and write. HBCU stands for Historically Black Colleges and Universities. I love to read. Do you have a favorite book? Now let's check out Brown Hands Black Schools HBCUs. Brown Hands Black Schools HBCUs. It was the night before the first day of school. Aria and Walter got ready and packed their bags. In the morning, Aria woke up and went into Walter's room and began singing.
It's the first day of school. It's the first day of school. I can't wait. It's the first day of school.
Aria and Walter got ready and their dad drove them to school. Once they arrived, they walked to their classroom. A tall, pretty lady greeted Aria at the door with a smile.
Well, hello there. I'm Mrs. Phelps, your teacher. What's your name?
My name is Aria.
During the school day, the class learned different things, sang songs, and danced.
All right, class. You are going to think of a creative way to share about a time you went on an adventure. You will work on this at home.
After school, Mom picked up Aria and Walter.
How was your first day of school?
I loved it. My teacher is nice and she let us dance. But I have homework to do.
It was cool. I saw some friends from last year. Later that day at home, Aria read a note from her teacher to her parents.
Share about a time you went on an adventure. Do it this Friday.
That should be fun. You should tell them about the time we went to Turks and Caicos.
I already told my friends about Turks.
Share about a time you and Walter went to visit your cousin Maya's HBCU, Central State University, for homecoming.
That's it. Thanks, Mom.
Every day after school, Aria worked hard on her project. With the help of her family, Aria couldn't wait to share her adventures with the classmates. It was Friday, and time for everyone to share their adventure.
All right, boys and girls, it is time to present.
Nora raised her hand to go first.
Sure, you may present.
Nora showed the class her souvenirs from visiting her family in Bahamas. Nora also taught the class about her Caribbean culture.
Woo! Good job, Nora. Good job, Nora.
It was then Aria's turn to present. Aria proudly walked up to the front of the classroom.
I am ready. I am smart. I can do it. I am brave. Last summer, my brother Walter and I went to my cousin Maya's HBCU for homecoming. She goes to Central State University in Wilberforce, Ohio. HBCU stands for Historically Black Colleges and Universities. CSU was founded in 1887. It's in the middle of nowhere. Their school colors are maroon and gold. Their mascot is a marauder, a pirate. CSU empowers students to become leaders and change makers. No matter your background, you will definitely fit in an HBCU. We walked on the yard, through the sunken garden, went to the fish fry and watched the football game. HBCU sports are a big part of the culture, pride, and passion. HBCUs host classics like the Battle of the Band. It's a vibe. The fraternities and sororities step at the step show, like the Alphas, AKAs, Kappas, Qs, Deltas, Sigmas, Zetas, Sigma Gamma Rhos, and Iotas. They are called the Divine Nine. I also learned that Wilberforce University is across the street from CSU. There are 2 HBCUs in the state of Ohio. I even saw the Invincible Marching Marauders band. They played some of my favorite songs while my brother and I swag surfed to the beat of the drums. HBCU marching bands are Black joy and culture. Maya says her friends are like family, and one day I can go to a HBCU.
Great job.
Great job, Aria. I graduated from Alabama A&M University. It's a HBCU too. Thank you, Aria, so much for sharing your adventure with the class. All right, boys and girls, I want you to choose a partner to research HBCUs. Then I'll tell you what I know about HBCUs.
Can we work on outside?
Sure. You know, in the past, African Americans could not attend college due to segregation. They were denied admission to higher education. In 1837, Cheyney University of Pennsylvania became the nation's first HBCU. HBCUs gifted Black people with the access to education. African Americans felt safe, happy, and welcome at HBCUs. Today, there are a little over 100 HBCUs. Each HBCU is special in its own way. If you ever go to an HBCU, always rep your school. As an HBCU alumni, it is important to give back to HBCUs and to teach them to the youth.
Aria was so inspired by her teacher, but Mrs. Phelps was inspired by Aria even more.
You are never too young to learn about HBCUs. After all, HBCUs are a huge part of Black history. Black history should not only be celebrated in February. Black history should be celebrated every day.
After school, Aria marched to her mom's car as if she was in a marching band at an HBCU. Mrs. Phelps marched beside her to let Aria's mom know that she had done a great job. Even though Aria was in elementary school, she already knew she wanted to attend an HBCU. When Aria got home, she shared what she had learned with her family and they were proud. Good job, sis. It was now the following Monday.
Open your hand, Aria. Aria, let this key be a memory of when you first knew you wanted to attend an HBCU. You have the right to open any door. Continue to work hard and always believe in yourself.
After school, Aria and Walter did their homework. The family ate dinner, and Aria and Walter went to bed that night. Knowing that adventures allow you to see the world. When you see the world, you learn new things. And when you go to an HBCU, you can become anything you want. HBCUs celebrate the richness of African Americans. You can celebrate too and have the time of your life. Just attended HBCU after high school. Your brown hands will shine bright at any school, but more at a Black school, like an HBCU. They were built for you.
HBCUs were built for you, and you too.
I feel like there is so much to learn about HBCUs and literacy.
Well, there is, Walter. I got you on the literacy piece, and your friend Rylee will teach you more about HBCUs a little bit later.
Oh, cool.
Literacy is the ability to read, write, and communicate. Literacy is present in everyday life. Just look around. Do you spot any letters, words, signs, or hear people talking? See, you are looking at some pretty dope educators. Together, we have over 30 years of teaching experience. Most children learn how to naturally walk and talk with little support from adults. However, reading is the opposite. There are 5 pillars of reading. They are phonemic awareness, phonics, fluency, vocabulary, and comprehension. These pillars work together to create the reading experience. Have you heard of the science of reading? The science of reading represents a large body of well-conducted, scientifically based research about how children learn to read. According to research, there is more than one area of the brain that is responsible for reading. Now, the science of reading is no new information. However, many educators are just beginning to receive training on the science of reading. It's better late than never. According to NAEP's data, in 2022, only 33% of 4th graders and 31% of 8th graders were reading at or above grade level. And at least 8 in 10 Black students were not reading on grade level. So yes, we have some work to do. Books alone won't teach kids how to read, but books can introduce kids to the world of reading, build vocabulary, create connections, and teach new information. Through 3rd grade, children are learning to read. After 3rd grade, they are reading to learn. So it is important that all children learn to read before entering the 4th grade. I wrote in self-published Brown Hands Black Schools HBCUs to educate the youth about HBCUs at an early age and also to represent Black and brown characters in positive ways. Representation matters. So, Walter and friends, I hope you learned a little bit more about literacy. You have to know how to read and write to go to an HBCU.
What? Check out these cool literacy activities that you can do.
Boys and girls can go to college and feel joy. All are welcome. Can't you see? That's right. Even me. Study, learn, and have fun. Don't give up. Get it done.
I thought you said Rylee was gonna teach me about HBCUs.
I did say that, didn't I?
Yes.
Walter, you can start thinking about college now. You're definitely not too young. You gotta continue to work hard, make sure that you study. Think about which HBCU you want to go to if that's what you want to do. And I'm going to give you this key. You have the right to open any door you want.
Rylee, catch this!
Thanks, Walter. I'm so happy to hear that you want to learn more about HBCUs. In fact, I'm here at an HBCU right now. Look familiar? It should. Just like in the book, I'm here at Central State University in Ohio. In fact, Ohio is the home of 2 HBCUs, Central State and across the street, Wilberforce University. Wilberforce is actually the first HBCU that was created by and for African Americans. These are just 2 of the over 100 HBCUs in the U.S. While HBCUs were originally founded back when African Americans weren't allowed to go to other colleges, even when the laws were changed, HBCUs continue to flourish and be great places for higher learning. Did you know that HBCUs are responsible for 40% of all Black members in Congress, 46% of all Black business executives, 50% of all Black lawyers, doctors, engineers, and public school teachers? And I bet you didn't know that HBCUs are also responsible for 70% of Black dentists and 80% of all Black judges. And HBCUs are responsible for a growing number of African American researchers and scientists. Famous HBCU graduates include media mogul Oprah Winfrey, the Black Panther himself Chadwick Boseman, civil rights hero Dr. Martin Luther King Jr., and Vice President Kamala Harris. So, Walter, I hope you've learned more about HBCUs today.
Thanks, Rylee. I learned a lot, but I didn't know so many great people went to HBCUs.
Oh, yes, like James West of Hampton University, who invented the microphone, and Lonnie Johnson of Tuskegee University, who created the Super Soaker.
Oh, cool. I'm a super soaker.
And all 3 of the amazing mathematicians from Hidden Figures went to HBCUs, including Dorothy Vaughan, who went to Wilberforce University right here in Ohio. Without these 3 women, U.S. space travel might not have been possible.
I guess you could say the impact of HBCUs is out of this world.
Yep, I guess you could say that.
And speaking of Wilberforce, I'm here in Detroit, the home of Pencil Lewis College of Business. It's a HBCU founded by Wilberforce alumna. Her name is Viola T. Lewis.
Thank you, Walter, for being such a great listener, an awesome learner, and an amazing reader.
You're never too young to learn about HBCUs.